Here's a chart of OMG. It's a new coin. Glad to see that it didn't have the pump and dump scenario. Let's look at the pattern first on this. This is a daily chart. You have seen this pattern in many other charts for the long-term projection. You got to remember when I'm doing this, this is a broadening pattern. And it's a long-term projection. So if the price goes from, let's say, here to here, back down to support, you might be thinking, oh, it's crashing, hedging, has no idea what he's talking about. I think he might be wrong. And you might get some fear coming in. You have to really take it at scale. If it suddenly goes from here to here, let's say $11 to $8, that's a percentage-wise big crash. But if you step back and look at this broadening pattern, I don't think so. Better. I recently read Jerry Banfield's October 2017 or so recommendations. I think he's got clearly a good nose for cryptos. I like his idea of one coin like one marriage. He's fully into Steam, and I too am very, very bullish on Steam. Let me tell you, I mean, if that Steam, if it goes breaks out of that huge cup and handle pattern that I had been showing during my analysis, it won't have any trouble going to 4 and then $10. I believe is his target. Nevertheless, he did recommend to sell OMG. I don't. I'm not exactly sure what method he uses, but my method is pure technical analysis. I couldn't care about what the fundamental says, because my belief is that technical analysis begets the fundamentals and not the reverse. Many disagree, I know. There are many fundamental analysts who are really good at projections. Even the Oracle of Omaha. But down deep, basic fundamental, he's looking at sentiment. That gentleman. He is just that his famous quote, be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. That is, to me, a technical analysis. Nothing but that. But anyways, I disagree with many who are calling to sell OMG. Now, don't take this literally. It could be here, could be here, here, here. I'm only trying to give it a proportion. Okay? Now, let's count this. We have down and then, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves. For those of you who are new to Elliott waves, I know I'm getting new followers and videos on a daily basis. First, a warm welcome to all of you. I very much look forward to helping you The objective of my blog is to help and do no harm. I have tonnages of failure experience in my technical analysis career, and I learned from just about every mistake. And that learning I have done is experience, and if I can provide some kind of a augmentation to your own due diligence, I'd be very grateful to see if you'd give me an opportunity to analyze one of your cryptos and hopefully again augment your due diligence. For Elliott Wave, I also posted, if you just scroll down maybe a day or so back, I had posted a couple of technical analysis book recommendation. One is by Robert Proctor, Frost and Proctor, on the Elliott Wave principles, and the other one is Chart Pattern Recognition, Stock Trends and Pattern Recognition. So those are the two books that I would strongly recommend, only because those are the ones I used, although much earlier in editions than current editions. But those two books are the gem that I think could help you as well. So here's wave 1, wave 2. Wave 2 cannot be equal to or below the bottom of wave 1. So 1 and 2, check. So you might say, why not over here, 1 and 2? No problem. You can move it 1 and 2. It'll still work, which is why there are more than one ways to skin the cat on this. There's more than one way to count. So I'm going to call it here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Usually, the farther I can get 4 away from the peak of 1, the better I feel, and the better the form and the fit will be. Here, the 4 is closer, too close. Doesn't need to be that close. The bottom of 4 and the peak of 1 cannot overlap. Fourth wave bottom and the top of wave, if you label this wave 1, they cannot overlap. Even though technically this is correct and they're not overlapping, I'd rather have it farther than this close. So 1, 2, rule stays, third wave cannot be the shortest amongst the 5. And the first thing I look for is a wave that is immediately shorter than wave 3. Well, heck, wave 2 is the shortest here, so I pass that rule. Again, bottom of wave 4 does not overlap with the peak of wave 1, and then I have wave 5 here. Here is another example of what I called an expanded flat. An expanded flat I just explained earlier in the video analysis, I believe, of Lisk. It's been a crazy busy day today, so I think it was Lisk. If you can look up that video, you should be able to tell. Here is an expanded flat of where A drops, but B, so B exceeds the peak of 5, and C exceeds the bottom of A. So that's exactly what you've got here. Get rid of the lines. Thank you. So we have an ABC correction. What happens after an ABC correction? You get a reversal of trend. So in my opinion, what I would like to count here is the new impulsive wave of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how I would count it. Now, this is a broadening pattern. So within a broadening pattern, there are 5, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3s. Let me explain. So I have from here to here A, B, C, D, I don't know, so far out here. The problem with Elliott Wave is further out in time, the less reliable the projection. Closer in time, the more reliable because you have more immediate data. But what allows you to take a peek around the corner is the pattern and the count, because I know that after an ABC, if I count this correctly as an ABC, a new impulsive wave shall occur. Okay? And once it goes here, you're going to see another big down. If this pattern is maintained, this pattern could break down anytime. Either it can break up anytime, or it can go here. Well, it can go up here and break down this way. I have no way of really knowing until I get further data, but based on the data that I have so far and the pattern that I have, this is what I am thinking on the longer term perspective for OMG. So, oh my God, we've got some bullish scenario potentials coming on here. That's what I would recommend. I'm getting questions also from commentators saying, how can I find the one that will be the next pop by, let's say, go from 15 cents to $300? Friends, if I had that ability, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be. I would be owner of a crystal ball. The only way that you can best capture that kind of an opportunity is if you diversify. So I would strongly recommend you diversify across multiple coins, altcoins, Bitcoin. I'm liking Verge. Zencoin is cool. I've been laddering into that. BTS is cool. Steam I love. So you gotta have multiple footprints across the cryptosphere. And it's never a good way to just put everything into a single coin, usually from a risk management point of view. Okay? So I hope this is helpful. Let me know your thoughts and questions. Thank you.